Like, who do you think
I think Castro's going to win. Castro should win.
I'm good at reading.
And what if he doesn't?
So
Is that just embarrassing?
Yes, that is embarrassing. As the biggest FIFA streamer, he should win.
Wait, what?
You're going to win 4-1. Okay.
So they believe in me?
Is because we had chemistry.
Yeah, we had chemistry. We had that vibe. We had that hype. We weren't quiet. We weren't nervous. We knew we could come out and do it. And that's
all in,
exactly what we did.
all in or go home.
Yep.
And we went all in.
But did you get your shaker cup yet?
Yo, my man! What is going on, team? And welcome back. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. That was a lot of fun. And first and foremost, thank you guys for putting me in a position to be able to do something sick like that with Lil Yachty, Pusha T, Juanpa, and all those guys that were there, man. That was freaking sick. So, thank you guys, man. As you guys may already know, EA Sports sent out Pete and myself to LA to play some FIFA 19. That isn't all we did, though. We also did a World Cup, which I managed to get 3rd place in out of 32 teams. Your boy with Mexico made it to the semifinal. Unfortunately, I lost the semifinal to Saudi Arabia. Abdul, he's a very, very good pro player. But I did win 3rd place with Mexico versus England, Bateson, and I won, check it out, I won a signed Zlatan LA Galaxy jersey, which is freaking sick, man, because that's going to go on the freaking wall. I'm going to frame it and I'm going to put it up on the wall. But, ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys just want to hear about FIFA 19, so I did take a lot of notes down as I was playing, and I got a lot of sick info to share with you guys, a lot of new stuff as well. You guys are going to love it. Trust me. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. If it's under 10,000 likes, bang that like button. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We are at 938,106 subs. The road to 1 mil continues. All right, boys. So the first thing, my first initial reaction of FIFA 19 was the graphics. So when you go into a game, depending on what team you are, for example, the first game that I played, I think was with Real Madrid, there is like a canvas, a massive canvas on one side of the stadium of Ronaldo. Kind of like one of those canvases, but it's just like, it's huge, it's massive. They usually do it when like a player retires, but I also played with PSG and Neymar's picture was up there. It was sick. It's actually pretty sweet. And then you got all the Champions League logos all over the stadium and on the pitch, the big canvas circle, the ball of the Champions League. That was out there. It was super sick. All right, I know you guys want to know about gameplay, so I'm about to start the gameplay talk. All right, sit down, grab your popcorn, and let's get into it, baby. All right, so the gameplay. My initial reaction was, this actually feels fast. It feels smooth, and it's not heavy, it's not sluggish, it's not slow. It's quick, but it is a very, very early stage in FIFA 19, all right? Things are subject to change in a few months. You know how they drop patches and all that stuff, man. You guys got to remember, we are playing with little to no delay at EA Play. It doesn't feel delayed, it doesn't feel sluggish. It's just very smooth, very fast. And you guys are gonna hate me for this, but the first thing that I did when I went into a game was cross the ball, because I heard that there's like a new crossing system, and there is. It's called a low-driven finesse cross. I know you guys probably think it's similar to RBA when you kind of pass it across the box. No, this is an actual curve, finesse, low-driven cross. You gotta press square twice if you're on the PlayStation. And what I did that a lot of times, actually, because I wanted to try out the new, we'll talk about this in a bit, but the new volleys and the new scorpion goals that you can score. But the thing that I found with the low-driven finesse crossing was the fact that I did it, I think, 3 times, and I think out of 3 times that I did those crosses, twice it went under my opponent's defender's legs. So I was like, man, this may generate something with like the AI, and because you do a low-driven finesse cross, it's gonna make the ball go under your defender's legs, which isn't a good thing because I hate when the ball goes through my defender's legs on FIFA 18. But again, things are subject to change. The crossing is actually very OP, to be honest. Like, it actually curves, and it looks real realistic when you actually do it. And then there's obviously the controlled crossing now. When it's not low driven, you can just control it, and it like has a certain like flair, certain curve to it. It's actually pretty dope. I liked it. Which now leads to scoring off of the cross. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on the PlayStation, L1 was the scorpion. I scored like 4 scorpion goals, bro. I'm not even joking. It was actually freaking sick. I scored, I think, like 2 with Cavani. So L1 on the PlayStation, which is LB on the Xbox, it just does, you do those controlled crosses, and it actually does nothing but a scorpion shot. Basically, it's just a straight up scorpion all the time. It's like bang bang, scorpion. Like, trust me, if you cross it and you do that finesse cross, you're holding L1, it's not gonna do anything but a scorpion. It's actually pretty sick. But that made me think, you know what? We may see a lot of, like, I mean, how often do scorpion goals happen in real life, right? We might see a lot of unrealistic scorpion goals in FIFA 19. But dude, I'm not gonna lie, every single time I scored him, I was like celebrating. I was like, dude. But then after like my 10th one, I'm like, did he do that again? You know what I mean? But that also leads to the volley one. So L2, which is LT on the Xbox, is the volleys. So no matter where you're at on the pitch, man, you're holding L2, he's gonna rock a volley. And I'm not gonna lie, every player has obviously a different style volley, which is pretty cool to see. I did a few with Neymar, I did a few with Ronaldo, and obviously they're all different because Neymar and Ronaldo have different style volleys, right? So L2 is now a guaranteed volley, which is pretty sweet. I thought that was cool. The one thing that I noticed a lot after doing a few skills, after doing a few first touches with R3, because that's now the first touch. Like, if your goalkeeper kicks it to Neymar, like, you're holding that R3, Neymar's gonna do like some flare flick, dude. It's actually super sick, but you gotta make sure you're pressing R3 down. The number one thing that I noticed with skillers is flare. The flare is a lot different. It's very improved. It's more realistic. I know when you think of flare, you think of like, maybe like a fake shot or a fake Rabona or just a skill move or whatever, a ball roll. No, like they have their upper body even has that flare to it, and that's what I'm talking about with that first touch flick. Their upper body also has a very nice, I don't know what to call it, like they're very fluid. They're very, like, they move a lot, especially Neymar. Neymar, to me, by the way, was my favorite player. If he's just like he is on head-to-head on Ultimate Team, he's probably gonna be one of the top players in FIFA 19. Man, he was real good, man. But flare was huge for me because you know me, I like to skill, I like to score with nice goals. I'm not really sweaty. I mean, I can be, but I like to entertain with some nice nutty goals on FIFA 18. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do on FIFA 19. Now, I do want to say this about the first touch. I did find it, I wrote this down as well in my notes. I did find that it would do it automatically. I know you had to like drop R3, but there was a few times, there was actually, I think I put 3 times out of, I think like 6 or 7. It did it automatically. Like, I didn't have to do anything. I kicked it with my goalkeeper. I went to the ball with Neymar, and Neymar automatically did like a flick or something, which was pretty sick. But do you really want the computer doing stuff for, like, that's just what I'm thinking. Like, do I want the computer doing it for me, or do I want to do it? You know what I mean? My favorite thing about the gameplay, and this is going to be huge, and I know it's going to be the #1 most OP move in FIFA 19. I can guarantee this because, trust me, it is OP. Unless they take it out or they patch it heavily, this is going to be the #1 thing. You ready for this? It is called a fake shot acceleration sprint. That's what I named it. Basically, you do a fake shot, and as soon as you do a fake shot, your player touches the ball and he gets this boost of acceleration. That's why I think in FIFA 19, the acceleration on the player is going to be super important. He literally does a fake, you do a fake shot, just XA, or on the PlayStation, it is square X. Literally, you do that. He does a fake shot, and then after he does the fake shot, you don't have to hit the analog stick forward or nothing. As soon as you do that fake shot, he takes like a touch and he goes. No matter what player you use it, it's just like it's in the game now. It's called a fake shot acceleration sprint or whatever you want to call it. That's what I named it on my notes because that's exactly what it is. You do a fake shot, and I love doing fake shots in FIFA 18. You do a fake shot, and he like touches the ball a little forward, and then he runs onto it, and that run is enough to take defenders on 1v1. Oh yeah, they have to not commit. They have to kind of jockey back, or else they're getting wrecked with that fake shot acceleration sprint, man. That is my favorite because it was very OP, and it's good to use with skills. Like, I did it a couple times. I did the fake shot acceleration sprint, and then I did it to a ball roll, drag back, and then I did like a nigiri spin or something. But it looks real good. It feels real smooth. I really like that they added that, man. That is super safe because I'm a huge fan of fake shots. This one's big. This one's very big. You're not ready for this, man. The first time I took a shot, I tried low driven, and my reaction was like, what the did they do to the shooting? Everybody was like, and I was like, nah, they really effed it up, all right? That's what I thought because I did not know that low driven shooting is not a thing anymore, or at least it's not the same button, all right? So I pressed the shoot button, circle twice, and I swear to God, the ball, I swear the ball almost went outside the stadium, bro. It was like, bro, I did this little skill move, and then I shot it, and then the ball was like, whoop. And I'm like, what the hell? So they've added this new feature for shooting, which now that I think about it, I haven't mastered it because I didn't have enough time, but it's not easy, but when you master it, it could be very OP. And so basically what it is, and this is gonna be a big thing for pros, a big thing for generating a skill gap between like a casual in the weekend league or something and someone that actually studies and practices a lot. Because the shooting is basically, how do I explain this? It's you have to learn the form, the body movement of the player you're using, his shooting, and how he moves his leg. And you have to make sure that you time it. I think that's what it's called. It's like time shooting. You have to time when he's gonna hit the ball. So you have to be watching his form, his movement, and right when he hits the ball, you want to press it again. So you press the shoot, you press shoot, right? And then he kind of like goes in his movement, and then you have to time it again, press it again, and if the little thing on top of your player turns green, bang, that's a good shot. That's probably gonna go in. If it turns yellow, it's a so-so shot, right? It could still go in, it could still get saved. And if it's red or white, you failed. You actually, and that's exactly what my color was. I don't remember what color it was, but if it's green, you're gold, baby. If it's yellow, all right, you're getting better. But if it's, I think it's red or white, you suck, is what they're trying to tell you, bro. You gotta master it. I tried it with Neymar, and Neymar I think had a quicker like run up than Ronaldo did, which is really weird. But with Neymar, I found it a little bit better because that reminded me a little bit. And you think you're gonna low drive shoot, right? No, dude, it's like a powerful strike. It's like a direct shot. It's not low driven. It's weird, dude. But low driven, I believe, is LT and LB or L1 and L2 together when you're shooting. But again, everything is subject to change. So that's just a little bit of the shooting. The finesse shooting is actually still pretty good. I think that's about the same. Scored a couple finesse shots with Cavani. Cavani surprisingly was very good for me, but my favorite player was definitely Neymar. But yeah, that shooting is a little bit like, huh? Oh, what? Drag back still feel real good. I love me a drag back, man. Drag back is probably the move that I do the most in FIFA 18 right now. A drag back to ball roll, that's like my go-to move. So that still feels really good. Back to shooting. Shooting feels a bit, again, if you nail that green little icon on top of your player, like if you master that new shooting style, your players tend to shoot the ball a lot harder. Like just the simple animation of shooting in FIFA 19 feels a lot stronger, feels a lot faster. Like the ball goes like whoosh. It almost feels a little unrealistic, I would say. Like it's just like I hit it once, the little green thing, and I was like, what the hell? Like Neymar just ripped one, bro. And I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to, like, if you hit that green, dude, you're going to score. You know, the one thing I am worried about, I did go into a game with just the CPU, just with the computer, just the AI. And I did still notice a lot of AI involvement, which to me, I'm not a big fan of that, man. But again, you always got to remember, it's not a 1v1, right? It's an 11v11. So you're really only controlling one player out of the 11. You feel me? And you can now control your goalkeeper. So I don't know what, I think it's L2 or L2 and R2, where you can literally like now, you know, move your goalkeeper. It's not just you press Y and your goalkeeper sprints out. So for example, if your opponent, you know that far post is open, you can literally drag your goalkeeper to the far post, controlling him so that he can catch the ball and stop your opponent from scoring that far post or near post header. That I think is amazing, because how many times can you know where the ball is going, you know his opponent is empty, and you just have no control over anything. I think that's a big one, man. So if you see that, if you see your opponent has a free guy far post and you're like, damn, he's about to hit him with a header, you can actually now control your goalkeeper and mark that far post. I really, really like that, man. But again, the AI will always be involved, because again, if you're not controlling the other players, who is? What is? You know what I mean? They're not just going to stand there. They got to somewhat have some kind of AI movement and be controlled by the computer. But I hope it's not as high, the AI, as it was in FIFA 18, because man, it helped a lot of players out, especially in the weekend league. It would bail them out in very tight game, close game situations. But yeah, defending was probably the one thing that I didn't really see much of a difference on. I mean, I think defending is mainly AI. Like, are you going to be assisted a lot, or is it just going to, you know, completely rely on you? And I really like the World Cup mode defending, because I feel like the World Cup mode defending doesn't have much AI involvement, and it's basically up to you. Like, you got to make sure you're not committing, or you're going to get screwed over by a through ball. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't mind the defending kind of being the same, but just make sure that, you know, the defending isn't too much assisted. It's kind of like, you know what, it comes down to your decision making and whether you commit, or whether you're jockeying back to stop the ball, and whether you're reading, and if you do read a pass, you get the ball, because there's nothing worse than reading a pass and it going under your legs, or it bouncing off your shoulders, necks, earlobes, toenail, and going to your opponent right back to him to score. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's basically defending. That was the one that I didn't really notice, you know, too much on. How could I forget celebration? So if you press circle or B on your controller after you score, it will choose a random celebration for you. I thought that was pretty cool. And we did have a meeting with a game developer, and he kind of hinted that take the L might be in FIFA 19. So just a heads up. I think he like mentioned it, or he said that he thought he saw it or something like that. So I'm just gonna go in and say it may be in FIFA 19. So the main thing that I learned from EA Play and playing FIFA 19 is that there's a lot of new features. There's not a lot of new things into the gameplay, which is a good thing, because in my opinion, now you'll be able to distinguish there's a skill gap. I think there's going to be definitely a skill gap, because there's so many different ways to shoot the ball. There's so many different ways to control your player. There are so many different tactics now where if you want to be a really good FIFA player, you have to master all of these different tactics. You know what I mean? From the shooting to the defending to making sure your goalkeeper covers that far post by bringing him out and holding a R3. To the crossing, to volleying, to knowing when to hit that volley, to knowing when to hit that scorpion, the automatic, to knowing when you have to low drive cross or low drive finesse cross or whatever it may be. Like, I think there's a lot more things in the game to learn, and I think this is a big one for pro players, competitive players that have that time, that have that practice, that have that will, that want to be the best of the best on FIFA. You guys have a lot to learn, which is a good thing, because the more stuff that's in the game, yes, it may mean like, okay, more and more glitches or whatever, but there's more to master. There's more ways to win now. There's more ways to score. There's more ways to stop goals. There's just a lot more. So I think Corey's team, and you guys know Corey obviously from you know, communicating so well on Twitter and letting us know a lot of things. I think him and his team have a really strong passion, and they have really good goals for FIFA 19. to a point where I think it's just going to go up rather than down, right? But we'll just have to wait and see. Time will tell. Hopefully this video was a bit useful for you guys, man. I know you guys are probably like, oh, you didn't show as much. You just kind of just talked. But that's what I do every year when I go to EA Play. So if you guys are hyped for FIFA 19, make sure to bang that like button. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe with notifications on, man. A lot of awesome FIFA 19 stuff coming very, very soon. The World Cup. If you guys want to see a World Cup prediction tomorrow, for tomorrow's video, let me know in the comments. Drop some comments. If you guys have any questions about FIFA 19, please leave a comment, and I will try to answer as many people as possible on here on Twitter and in the comment section down below. Again, I also have a giveaway for you guys. Thanks to EA, they gave us all Scuff controllers, so we'll be doing this giveaway on Instagram. Make sure you guys are following on Instagram, Castro1021. I don't know if I missed anything else. I hope you guys enjoyed the pictures that we kind of just dropped throughout the video, man. But again, I hope this video was somewhat helpful, useful for you guys. I love you, dudes. Thank you guys again for putting me in an awesome position to be able to make these videos, to be able to travel to different states to record awesome stuff for you guys. But I love you guys, man. Take care of yourselves. Again, the road to 1 million subs continues. It's been your boy Castro. I love you guys, man. Los amo un chingo. Viva Mexico. And guess what? The World Cup starts this week. Vamos!